Welcome back. So I want to talk to you a little bit about these extensions that I asked you to install. I looked for an extension called HTML Format, and I found one called Format Selection. So I installed it. Mine says uninstall, but I'm suggesting that you install it. And now if I go back to my pages and click on 5 topics. So you can see that it could use a little bit of formatting, and what I'll do is up here I'll go to the view window and ask for my command palette, and then I'm going to just click on format document. You might have to look for it by typing the word format. And then it has cleaned up the look of my document. Let's do it to the index as well, just to see what kind of changes. I think I already did it, but again, view, command palette, and there's format document. So it just goes through it and it sets up all of your indents and spaces so that they look good. So that's the first thing I wanted to start this video about. Now I'm just saving those pages. The next thing I want to talk to you about is semantic markup. So as you learned in the slideshow, semantic markup is what it says it is, what it sounds like it is. So I'm going to begin, this will all be within the body tag. I'm going to begin by creating a navigation section for our website, and that is the nav tag. Remember the 3 tags I taught you in the slideshow? Of course, I'm going to close the door right away. There's the nav tag. I'll put some navigation in there. Now let's look at adding a main tag. This will be for the main part of my website. Start and end tag. And the bottom will be the footer. So start and end. Let's look at this live. Right click, open with live server. This is what my page is looking like now. I'll set my desktop up so that this is on the right and my code is on the left. This just makes it easier. I'll gain a little real estate by closing this pane. And then let's talk about why we're adding these HTML5 or semantic markup tags. So on the main tag, I'm going to add an attribute. It's called the style attribute. Now you remember how attributes work. You do a property, an equal sign, and then you put a value in between quote marks. So the style tag is going to be style equals. Visual Studio Code gave me my quotation marks. I want the style of this whole section to be text align center. So I'm going to type text hyphen align colon and then center and semicolon. So again, it is property equal sign, and then in between quote marks is the value that we're interested in. So because I did that, watch what happens to my live server when I click save. All of that's now centered. That makes the footer look kind of silly, right? Maybe we should do the same thing to the footer. Style equals text hyphen align, whoops, spell it right, colon, center, semicolon, save. Now this is centered too. So the purpose of semantic markup is so that you can style a whole section. So they wouldn't have to put the style equals tag on the H1, the H3, the P, on all these tags. So that's a little bit about HTML5 and semantic markup. And I'm going to do the same thing to the 5 topics page. I will add a nav tag, Then I'll add a main tag. And I'll go ahead and put, oh no, I'm not going to add the centering, and I'll explain that in a second. I'll close the main tag at the bottom. And we didn't put a footer on this one, so there's no need to do that. Let's go back to index and add our navigation. So I'm going to put home, and then I'll put in a pipe symbol and 5 topics. What is that pipe symbol? It's just a great way to, let's save this. There, you can see it right there, but I think topics should be all capital letters. The pipe symbol is on my keyboard. It's right above the return key. It's to the right of the brackets, the curly brackets and the square brackets. Hold your shift key to get the straight up and down pipe symbol. And you can see how nice it looks there. Let's fix the nav so that it has the same style equals text align colon center semicolon. Save. So now that's centered too. So let's copy this navigation section onto the 5 topics page. And do a save. And then let's give ourselves a reminder. Let me just clean this up a little bit. Of what semantic markup is by using the HTML comment tag. That begins with a left angle bracket and an exclamation point, sort of like the doc type tag, but then you type dash dash. When you do that, you'll see that it types the end of the comment tag for you. And I'll just write HTML 5 is semantic markup. So this comment, you'll notice when I do a save, it doesn't show up here. It doesn't show up above my things. That's because it's a comment. You would use the comment tag if you want to put a note to me, or if you want to put a note to anyone who's going to look at your HTML. In the next video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about color.